How you doing, everyone? Scott back again, and again for a vinyl update, although this time I kind of changed my strategy over the last week or so. Instead of using, well, I have used I've got a couple of eBay and Amazon buys here, but mostly it's for my new strategy. And my new strategy was kind of taking advantage of the area that I lived in. I noticed my area had a lot, so Edinburgh and the surrounding areas, it had a lot of groups, kind of buy and sell groups, and I mean, some of these groups had 40,000 members, some had 20,000, 28,000, and I thought, I'll chance my arm and I'll put a kind of wanted ad up in one of, like, all of these groups, and basically kind of put feelers out and see what they come up with. Kind of letting them do the work instead of me doing the work. So yeah, so I just put up kind of wanted heavy metal, hard rock, vinyl LPs, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and kind of added in that I wasn't buying them to resell, I was buying them for my own collection, because I thought maybe that could, if somebody was making a profit off what they were selling, that could kind of put people off. So I made the decision to put, it's just exclusively for me. So within a couple of hours, I had a message, and it was a woman that I later found out her brother-in-law had died and he'd left some records behind. So she wasn't wanting much for them, because some of them were in, the jackets were in pretty rough shape. So I thought, look, send me a couple of photos and I'll see if it's really what I'm looking for. So she sent me over loads of photos. I mean, some of it she said I wouldn't be interested in, but it was kind of Rod Stewart, Showaddy Waddy, and you know, that kind of thing. But there were a few records that kind of caught my eye, and I said, look, I'll come along, I'll see what they're like, and we kind of go from there. So went along and met her at our brother-in-law's old house, and had a flick through, and I was pretty happy with what I saw. I didn't take them all. I mean, some of them I would have taken if they were in better condition, but some of them were just really, really banged up, and the jackets and the vinyl were really scratched. So I basically took what I thought were pretty good finds. The first one, this is the first one to catch my eye, was Iron Maiden, their debut from 1980. This is actually the Fame reissue, but I've only actually got like a brand new reissue of this album, so I thought, why not pick it up? And I have to say, once I picked out the records that I wanted, I said, how much do you want for these? And she said, look, just what do you think? So I basically got these for £2 each. So nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, there is a bit of damage to the top of the sleeve, but apart from that, I got them home, and they were really dusty, but for what I could see, they weren't scratched. They were just needed a good clean, a bit of TLC, and I got these home, and honestly, there's not a scratch, not a mark on any of these vinyl. I mean, some of the jackets are a bit raggy, but the vinyl is in tip-top shape. So, I mean, to get that for £2, superb. And like I said, it's the kind of, I think it's the 1985 reissue on Fame, and it comes in this kind of Monsters of Rock inner sleeve. But yeah, really happy to kind of have an older copy of that. Also found this single. Now, I'm not a big collector of singles. In fact, I'm not really a collector of singles at all. I might pick one up now and again, but I'm not kind of out there to have a massive singles collection. But I saw this £2 Women in Uniform, Drifter Live, and Phantom of the Opera Live in this kind of like paper jacket. So I thought that was really cool, and it's really good condition. Some of these were in sleeves, some of them weren't. Next one is Killers. Again, £2. I've got a copy of this already. I think it is the Fame reissue as well, but I couldn't leave it behind. And I think the woman was just happy that someone was going to kind of take something from the place and enjoy it rather than having to chuck them out. So again, in this Monsters of Rock inner sleeve, but can't have too many copies of Iron Maiden, so really happy with that. And again, cleaned up the vinyl, absolutely excellent. Next one, the single of The Evil That Men Do in the large poster bag. Sorry about that glare. I've changed the sleeve. It was in a really dirty sleeve. And when I actually took the poster out the sleeve, I mean, the poster's never been hung. It's in tip-top condition. Again, vinyl is excellent, and it looks even better now that I've stuck it in one of these kind of crystal clear sleeves. So this is the big monster poster bag edition. I'll actually just put a photograph up of the poster just so you can see it. I won't take it out just now, but yeah, really happy to have this on single, and it's one of my favourite songs, probably my second favourite song. I think that's what I put in my Iron Maiden top 10 songs list, so awesome. And that cover art is superb, so I was really happy to find that, although I'm not a massive singles collector. Next up are just a couple of things that I thought would grab. I'm kind of going to give a go and see what I think. I'm not massively into these bands, but I thought for £2 each I would just take them, and I knew she wasn't going to charge me a fortune for them. So the first one is Rainbow Rising. I've not listened to these, and I probably won't for a while. These are just going to probably sit in my collection until I feel ready to listen to them. But I've heard good things about Rainbow and Rainbow Rising, so I thought I would take it, but I'm in no rush to listen to it, but I'll do that in my own time, so I'm not going to comment on how good the album is or anything like that. So the only annoying thing is this massive sticker, which says this sticker is removable. Not anymore. I've tried and that's not going to come off. So apart from that, yeah, Rainbow Rising, again, vinyl is in excellent condition. Yeah, I picked this up. I've never seen this, but I saw Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, Rainbow, White Snake, Deep Purple. So I picked this up, and it's Rock Aid Armenia, the Earthquake album. Basically a compilation, obviously something like Band-Aid or, you know, along those kind of lines. This is probably the worst condition. It's pretty beat up, but I thought while I was there, I would grab it and basically see what it's like. But it's got the likes of Deep Purple, Free, Rush, Rainbow, Black Sabbath, Genesis, Yes, Mike and the Mechanics, Foreigner, Starship. So obviously kind of like all-star concert to raise funds for and kind of earthquake appeal thing. So thought I'd pick that up. And the last ones are from Deep Purple, and I was actually after this album, so I was quite happy to see this. It's also a stamp promo. So the only Deep Purple albums I've got is, I think it's called The Deepest Purple, which is a kind of greatest hits album, and I've got, is it Perfect Strangers? I think that's what it's called, but that's a really great album. I really like that. That's kind of from the 80s era, 80s period, which I really like. And the other album I was looking for is The House of Blue Light. So I think this is after Perfect Strangers. So I was actually really happy to see this. And a gold stamp promo as well. Kind of makes it all that kind of sweeter. So, and again, vinyl, superb. And the last one out of this lot is Deep Purple and Rock. I've obviously heard people talking about this, but I've never actually heard it myself. So I thought I'd give it a go. Again, it's probably just going to sit there until I feel the need to listen to it, which probably isn't going to be soon, but I will get round to it when I kind of feel the need to. So thought I'd pick that up as well. I think it's a reissue. I don't think it's anything original. I'm not clued up on Deep Purple, but That's the gatefold there. So Deep Purple and Rock. So that was the kind of wee collection that I got off the woman, and she was really nice. We chatted away for a bit, but obviously that she didn't have any use for them, so she was glad to give them to somebody who's going to appreciate them. So I think it was the day after I did a quick run to. I was going to do the kind of. I've got this kind of street in Edinburgh. It's quite a nice area, so you get kind of good stuff in the charity shops, and it's like a mile of charity shops, all different kinds, and there's a specific charity shop there, or thrift store in America, that basically specialises in music, so it's CD and vinyl and cassettes, and it also has some gear, like there's record players and amps and speakers and stuff. So I thought I'd take a trip along there. The weather wasn't great, so I wasn't going to spend the whole day diving in and out of charity shops, so I thought I'll just go straight to the shop that I've been kind of lucky with before. And the thing, I've explained this before as well about this shop, it's a kind of record shop that gives to charity, not really a charity shop, because they price the records as they should be. So you're not going to find anything for £2. If it's a rare record, it's going to be priced as a rare record. So it's kind of along those lines. So, but I found one thing. Well, I found a couple of things, but it was in the collectible bin, and the one thing I did see was 40 quid. So I was like, pff. And I kind of feel, because you're in a charity shop, you feel kind of hard done by, because they're trying to get the proper money for it. But I found this, and I was all over this. I don't have any of this band in my collection, and it's Tankard, The Morning After. And I'd say out of the German Big Four, Tankard were the ones that I didn't really know, well, I knew the least about, really. I mean, I knew they were in the German Big Four, but I hadn't really gone massively into their collection, apart from my kind of greatest hits here or there. But this is really good. It's frantic, it's aggressive, it's kind of frenzied, but it's really, really good. And to see this in this condition, I was really happy, and I was picking this up. So this was, I think, 13 quid. So as you can tell, that's not a charity shop price, but like I say, they kind of price their records like records should be priced. Boring inside, just the regular paper sleeve, but yeah, really, really good stuff. I'll be trying to pick up more Tankard, but Tankard are a band I never see in the wild, and I've always got higher priority albums than I do than Tankard. So to see this in the wild, it was a perfect opportunity to pick it up. So that is Tankard, and The Morning After. That is from 1988. So there we go. Okay, we're getting there. Next up, this is from Amazon. It's an album that I've been going back and forward to, try to kind of dip my toe into that kind of death metal sound. I mean, some would say this is it's more kind of thrash death metal. But it's an album I've been listening to on and off for a good few months. I've really enjoyed it, and I thought it was time to pick it up on vinyl. So that is Jungle Rot, and self-titled. I think this is quite recent, 2018, and this is awesome. I've been really getting into Jungle Rot, like I said, dipping my toe into that kind of death metal sound. I wouldn't say this isn't full on death metal. It's kind of like hard thrash with those kind of death metal growls, but it's a superb album. I've listened to this about 3 or 4 times, and it's really handy. Obviously with Amazon, certain albums you buy, they send the download to your phone for free. So I've had that on my phone in the car as well. It's awesome. And I've spoken about this before with Mark G with a C. That album artwork is superb. That is a great album cover. Added with that, it comes on this red vinyl. It actually said I was getting yellow vinyl, but it came in red, but not that I'm fussed. coloured vinyl isn't something I kind of seek out. But yeah, Jungle Rot, if you like that kind of harder side of thrash with those kind of more growly vocals, a bit more aggressive, try out Jungle Rot. It's superb. So there we go, Jungle Rot and their self-titled from 2018. I'll be picking up more of them. Now on to the GRAIL. This is an album I've been looking for, and it's an album you don't see very much. It's not like it comes up all the time and you don't have the money to buy it. It's just, it's rare. To get it in good condition, which I did, is even more rare. And I was just so happy to see this finally come up. It was on eBay. It came up and there was a few bidders on it. So I thought, you know, this could really take off. So I thought I'd get my bid in early, and that means I'm following the progress of the auction. So I put in a kind of lower bid to start with, and obviously people started bidding over the top of me. And then I got there in the last 10 minutes, I just watched and watched and watched and put in a bit of a snipe bid. And it wasn't, I mean, it was a decent price. It wasn't overpriced. I just thought I'll just go with what I really can afford, although I thought it would go for more, but I ended up winning it. So I was over the moon, and it's one of those albums you just can't wait to get through the post and get in your hands just to make sure you've got it. So I'll have a wee drink and then I'll show you. I am Brew again, Diesel for Scotsman. Okay, here we go. Boom. Death Angel and the Ultraviolence from 1987. Absolutely awesome to have this on vinyl. I was really surprised to win it because it's in such good shape. I mean, all corners are fully intact. Inside, you do get the original inner with the lyrics, and this is just, I mean, it's not mint, but it's excellent plus. So, I mean, when I opened this up from its package, I was over the moon to finally have this in my hands, and not to mention, it's just such a good album. I mean, it's up there with the best thrash debuts ever made. It's superb. I mean, when you go through the track listing, Thrashers, Evil Priest, Voracious Souls, Kill As One, killer song. The Ultraviolence, the big 10-minute instrumental. I mean, I'm not into instrumentals, but that is absolutely killer. Mistress of Pain, Final Death, just superb. And to finally get this on the turntable, amazing. So, and like I said, I didn't pay a massive amount for it. And I think the hardest thing about getting this kind of GRAIL is it's not really the price, it's more the availability of the album. I mean, this never comes up. So I thought, when it did come up, I thought the vultures would be out, and, you know, when you get a lot of bidders, the prices just fly up the chart. So to get it, and I got this for under £30. I mean, I'm going to put it out there. I didn't pay like a huge amount for it, but just awesome and great to have it in the collection now. And this kind of proves, I mean, I think when you think how young these guys were when they released this, I think they were maybe in their late teens, maybe 17, 18. I think Andy Gallion, the drummer, he was about 17 years old when this came out. I think he joined Death Angel when he was about 10. So it's amazing what these guys were able to achieve for their debut record at that age, and to put out that kind of just aggressive, I don't know, like you'd expect something like this to come out of 40-year-olds, like the minds of a 40-year-old, but they kind of, it's like they dug down and just managed to produce this amazing album. So yeah, I'm not going to rave about it too much. Well, I should. It's a GRAIL, but it's just awesome. I'm sure you guys all know it's under one flag, flag 14. Amazing. And you know, the best thing when you open something like this, you look at the vinyl and it's pristine. And the thing is, I did take a bit of a risk with this album because it just said used or condition used. So I sent the seller a message, and I think it was a woman. She said, "Look, they're not play tested. It's used. That's all I'm putting it as." But I thought, right, okay. So I kind of had to make up my mind of what I was going to do. Then I looked back through the feedback that the seller had had. It was all 100%. It was all vinyl that they were commenting about, saying it was packed well, it was in great condition. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to go for it. And I'm so glad I did, because the risk paid off. So here we go. Death Angel, the Ultra Violence. Just absolutely awesome to have. So that is it. So that's been a bit of a longer video than usual. Thanks for staying till the end if you have. Again, thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting, liking, all that good stuff. And I'll be back very soon with maybe another update. Could be a ranking, who knows, but it'll be soon anyway. So thanks guys, and I'll see you later.